Warning. The following podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Remember, the first rule of gambling responsibly is to bet with your head and not over it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cousin Vito's Casino Podcast proudly presents your guide to enjoying gambling. And now, direct from the bar, your cousin and mine, Cousin Vito!
Wow! Welcome everybody to Cousin Vito's Casino Podcast, your guide to enjoying gambling. I'm your host, Cousin Vito, and together, we're going to make luck happen at the casino. Thank you for checking out another 2021 episode of the podcast. And I'd like to welcome back my buddy, my pal, the man who has his finger on the pulse of the New England gambling scene, Robin from Anytime Gambling. Robin, it is great to have you back in my ears.
And it's great to be back. I mean, it's been, it's a long time that we've been waiting for all this pandemic stuff. And you know what? I think we're turning the corner on a lot of these things.
Oh, yeah, we are definitely turning the corner. And proof of that is on this week's show, Robin, I have an interview with somebody who was inside Make Luck Happen Studios in person, and they didn't even have to wear their masks because we're both vaccinated. It was like a miracle.
Oh, see, that's a good sign. Good sign for all of us, man.
So I got a nice little show put together for us here, Robin. We have my pal, my buddy Matt, actually came to Make Luck Happen Studios. He is, and don't hold this against him, Robin, he is a non-casino enthusiast, a non-recreational gambler. In fact, he doesn't even really like gambling at all. So what we're going to do is I interview him, and we have a 2-night stay planned at the Foxwoods Resort Casino. We're going to the Pequot Tower, me and my non-casino enthusiast friend Matt, and we're going to see if I can put together a trip that maybe warms him up to the casino, turns him into an enthusiast, because, Robin, I talked to his wife this weekend when he was over, and she said, yeah, could you please get him to enjoy the casino a little more? I'd like to go, and he never wants to go.
Well, this is going to be his maiden voyage, basically, then. So, who better to teach him all this but you?
Oh, yeah, I'm like the captain of the Titanic here, Robin. Who knows what's going to happen? But we'll see. It's a nice little interview we have. We talk about, what's his bankroll, what are his cuisine preferences, what types of games he wants to play. And without giving it away, he hasn't thrown the dice at the craps table. That was one of his things. He said, you know what? I went to Vegas. We talked about his Vegas trips, and he's like, one thing I wish I did that I never did and never have the nerve to do was to get up to that craps table. So we're going to talk about that, and that's one of our bucket list items here, Robin, is I'm going to have a new guy throwing the dice for the first time.
Yeah, that's really cool because, it's very intimidating at times if you wanted to go up to a particular table, play a game by yourself, but he's going to have you by his side, guiding him through all of the great things that you have experienced and all the great, terrific
the trials and tribulations, we'll call it, Robin. It is my trials and tribulations. Sometimes it's great, but I warned him. I said, you know what? Whatever you're going to play, whatever you're bringing the play with, be okay if we don't go home with it after 2 nights. So I think he's going to be ready to rock and roll. We'll see.
Well, that's good. Good idea.
But that isn't all. So we have that. We have a nice interview with my buddy, Matt. But also, Robin, we're going to get into, in a little bit, the restrictions are being lifted. So as far as I know, my trip with my buddy, Matt, the plexiglass might be down. So we're going to get into a little bit of that. I know you have some insight on that. But before we jump into the interview, I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that I'm opening a little T-shirt store, Robin. I think you remember back in the day, I had my Cousin Vito Casino shirts. We had our Gamapalooza shirts.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been solicited by a T-shirt store because of the podcast to set up a little podcast page. So if you head over to tpublic.com/stores/makeluckhappen, I got a bunch of T-shirts up. I got some Pie Gow shirts up. I have some new Cousin Vito Casino podcast shirts. And I don't know if this is inside information, Robin, but on May 20th and 21st, they're having a sale on the website. So you could get these high-quality shirts for, I believe, like $14 maybe. So I'm actually going to be buying my own shirts. This is pathetic. I'm going to be buying my own shirts on the 20th and 21st, but I'd love if everyone check it out. I have a link in the show notes, and I'll be posting this online. But, we're giving it a whirl here. I got a shirt, Robin. It's the dice pyramid on it. So when you go to the craps table, you can look down and say, all right, this is how many ways to make a 7. This will be the odds payout. You got it in your head. You don't have to look at a cheat sheet or go on your phone. You got it right on your shirt.
And I understand you have some Pygao shirts too. I mean, you've got quite a range of designs, don't you?
Oh yes, I have my Pygao set it and forget it shirt. So I have that. That's the ripping the old Ronco. I don't even remember the infomercials for the rotisserie. Set it and forget it. So we're ripping that. That's how I play the Pygao after I have a couple cocktails. And then the dealer shows what they have, and I'm like, I think I won. You know, I don't remember what I had. I judge based on my enthusiasm when I was sitting there. And I also have a nice Run DMC Pygao parody shirt that my buddy Big Lou made. I like it. That's the one I think I'm going to buy. That and the Dice Pyramid shirt. Those are my two top ones. So I implore you guys, if you like the show, check these out. I'll be posting, the links online. But we'll give it a whirl, see how TeePublic is, and maybe we'll be doing more stuff with them in the future.
And what was that place again?
That is teepublic.com/store/make-luck-happen. I'll have a little link in the bio or the show notes here, I should say, but it's TeePublic, T-E-E, like a T-shirt. So we'll see. Hopefully, what's it called? But some people like the shirts, or at least they enjoy the designs. I mean, I could care less, if you buy them or not. We're doing it for fun here. So hopefully some people enjoy the apparel.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, for the price, you can't go wrong, really.
And actually, this website's pretty cool because you could put these logos basically on everything. So if you wanted to make yourself a laptop case with the thing, you're allowed to on the site. So I'm saying it's T-shirts, but really whatever you want. You can make you can get on a mask if you want. That's what I should have did.
That sounds great. I think people should take advantage of that.
Well, speaking of masks, actually, maybe we don't want to get on a mask, Robin, because it's starting to look like we're not going to need these masks. I'm sure you've been keeping up with this, but I've been looking at, following my Vegas Twitter guys, Vital Vegas. I've been following them, and it looks like masks are starting to come off in Vegas. I know a couple of weeks ago I saw the poor casino guys scraping the 6-foot distance signs off the floor here, but we're starting to move that way in Connecticut and New England as a whole, looks like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, with all the visitation that has increased in Las Vegas, they're getting ready to put it all aside. And here, I mean, and Foxwoods has just basically loosened a lot of the pandemic protocols. So, I mean, let me see. I think you still have to use face masks, but new slot machines will be on. Less restrictions on seating. They're going to be opening up more seats at the table games, and they're still going to be supporting health measures, for continuous advanced cleaning in high-touch areas. They're going to make sure that they continue to do that. And frankly, I think all casinos should have been doing that anyway because,
right. They're forced into cleaning the rails now.
Yeah. I mean, who the hell likes to sit down and find out that you just sat down on somebody's drink or something? I mean, it's just... So it's good. It's good progress that we're making, and
it feels great after all this time. To be like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and right now it doesn't look like it's a locomotive coming our way. It might actually be the end of the tunnel here.
Right. And some people are a little iffy about actually taking off the mask, and you should be comfortable with whatever. I mean, if you've been vaccinated and you're okay with taking off the mask, cool. And if you're like my wife and I, who we're still gonna wear the mask for a while and see how it goes. And whatever the case may be, we're looking at a fabulous summer, I think.
Oh yeah, and honestly, the way it's looking, this is actually a quote here from the CEO of Foxwoods. He said they have a strategic rollback plan for their COVID-19 measures, and it's highly calculated and thoughtfully timed out. So and it goes on to say, with the exception of face masks, all protocols will be lifted by or before May 19th, aligning with Connecticut's plans, and they're going to closely monitor it and all that, but. May 19th, Robin, I'm going out the 20th and 21st. Maybe the plexiglass will be down at the craps tables. Maybe they'll come in the still of the night and take it down.
I wouldn't be surprised. And Foxwoods is really trying to be the leader in this. And but I understand that Governor Baker in Massachusetts has, he originally wanted to pull back the protocols in August, but I think he's pushing it all the way back to June. And maybe even sooner if things continue to look as good as they do.
Wow, that's good news too, because Massachusetts, they were pretty stringent on the MGM Springfield there. So it'd be nice for them to open that up and get some traffic back in there.
Yeah. And actually, they the last month or so, Massachusetts casinos have seen a lot more people and a lot higher revenue. So, again, all the signs are pointing to a great summer and things opening up, and maybe even we'll get to see some concerts.
Ooh, I can't wait. Yeah, well, I saw that Dave Chappelle has like 4 or 5 shows in a row at Foxwoods now, so people are buying tickets to come out. They added, Chappelle had like 1 or 2 nights. They keep adding shows, so the demand is there.
Yeah, my wife and I are going to be seeing, Maggie May, the guy who made that.
I off the top of my head, it's escaping me too. But Robin, you know what we're going to do? We're going to jump into this interview because you know what? Our brains are tired. It's been a tough year for us, so we're going to jump in. We're going to listen to my buddy Matt. He is a non-recreational gambling enthusiast, non-casino enthusiast. So let's hear what traumatized him, and you're gonna listen to me and him and have a conversation and put together a beautiful itinerary for a non-enthusiast. So this might be something that somebody could use when they go with one of their buddies like me, or hey, maybe you got a new girlfriend, or your wife doesn't like it and you want her to enjoy it. So you could use some of the tips and tricks I'm using to try and coerce this guy into be a recreational gambling fan, or at least a casino fan.
Yep. Well, let's get started with that, and I'm going to keep looking, and and probably take a nap a little bit.
Well, you got 45 minutes for the interview, so without further ado, I'd like to welcome on my pal Matt, the non-casino enthusiast. All right, we are here live in Make Luck Happen Studios, and you're not going to believe this. I actually have a guest in studio, Matt, the non-casino enthusiast. It is great to have you on the show.
It's great to be here, bud.
Matt, and we got to do a little backstory here because you know me. Matt knows me. Matt, do I like the casino?
A lot.
How many years have I been, I don't want to say harassing, but I'm going to say harassing you to come to the casino with me?
It's probably since I first met you.
Since you first met me, and
Yeah,
it's been years
definitely.
and years. I did kind of guilt you into it for my bachelor party, though.
I wouldn't say it was guilt. I went along.
You went along.
I went along. It was a good time. I had fun.
Little guilt.
Little guilt. Tad bit.
So what we're doing now is basically, things are opening up. We're having some fun. And I've been really nagging Matt to come to the casino. And I said, Matt, just please, come on. Since we're talking years now, I've been like, I'll show you a good time. We'll have some fun. We'll wine and dine. It's not all about losing all your money. So I finally tricked him into it. Matt, what did I use? I used the Foxwoods golf course.
It was a golf, yeah.
as a bait and switch tactic to get him to agree. I booked 2 nights. We're going for 2 nights, Thursday, Friday, complimentary nights at the Foxwoods Resort Casino. We're staying at the Pequot Tower. And Matt, what we're going to do now is I'm going to try and pick your brain on why you don't like the casino, maybe the things you do like about the casino, because I'm going to put together an itinerary that when you come home, you say, hey, honey, we got to go back to the casino with Vito and Amanda next time because we had a blast.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right. So first of all, what makes you not go to the casino? That's probably the most important thing. Is what makes it so when I asked you all those times, you said, I'll pass. I'm going to sit and watch Netflix. I'm going to go, eat soup or whatever you were doing all those nights.
No, I have to say, just like, when we go there, I got to go with a purpose. You know me, I'm not a big gambler. I don't know how to play too many games. So when I get to the casino, it's just kind of like, I gotta take a lot. It's like a lot of time and effort. I gotta learn how to play everything. So it's just kind of like
there are many levels.
There's many levels.
There's the level of you don't really want to lose, but you really don't want to lose on something you don't know what the hell's going on.
Exactly.
With it, which is noble. I'll give you that. All right, very noble, Matt. So that's a good start. So the first thing, let me get my little thing out here. We don't want to lose a lot of money. That's the first thing.
I mean, that would be the best thing.
All right, that's the so first we're gonna get into bankroll here because normally we have people on the show. Last week I had a card counter on the show. We got a little bit into bankroll, but normally people keep their bankrolls to themselves. But because this is a recreational, non-enthusiast trip, we kind of need to know the bankroll we're going with because I'm going to go with the same thing, and I'm going to see. I want our bankrolls to last from Thursday night all the way to Saturday morning. Somehow,
okay.
Which is easier said than done, Matt. So
yes,
if it happens, you thank me.
It's gonna go quick.
All right, so let's see. what type of bankroll are we looking at for the trip? Now, this could or could not include our whining and dining. It's totally up to you. That's the fun thing about the casino is you could go with $5,000 and have a terrible time, or you could go with $100 and have a great time. It really is the people you're with and the things you're doing. So, Matt, what's our baseline here? And I'm going to bring the same bankroll because I'm not going to be sitting here, flossing, flinging dollars all over the table, and you're stuck there twiddling your thumbs. I want us to be in this together, like two violin players on the Titanic here.
So what I'm thinking is keeping the night itself separate from gambling.
Okay.
Right? The night itself, I love going to the casino for that if we have like a purpose. If we're going to a show, if we're going like a bachelor party per se,
nice
for my buddy.
Dinner,
go out to a nice dinner.
You're not counting that on your bankroll.
Exactly. I'm not counting on the
that.
bankroll.
All right, so we're separating food and beverage from gambling
Correct.
funds.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
But
we're also going to get into, I have some tips that are going to save us some money on whining and dining, Matt. So
I'm excited
I'm getting you out of it. I want you to go home and say, honey, I came home with more money than I left with.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. So, Matt,
sure.
What's our baseline here? And there's no pressure. This is totally up to you.
For gambling, I'm going to say like $300.
$300. All right. Oh, that's painful. You sure you don't want to do fun? We're 2 nights, Matt. Oh, no, we'll start with
$300 a night.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Well, how about this? I'll meet you in the middle. How about we do $500 for the trip? And you got 100 flex.
Okay.
All right. So $500 for the trip, 100 flex. That's very fair. And that's a 2-night trip. So you're saying hopefully we get hours and hours of fun out of that.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So we're going up Thursday night, and Matt, you're fully vaccinated, so you don't have any sort of, obviously we got to follow the rules at Foxwoods, but there's no, I'm missing the word here, any sort of contingency plans for you can't do this, you can't do that, I don't want to do the valet, I don't want to go here because this guy's breathing.
I'm good to go.
All right, so we're good. All right, so Matt, here's what I got for us, and now I put some thought into this, but I need your input.
Sure.
So we're working Thursday. We're going up Thursday night.
Yeah.
So first things first, we're going to valet it, okay? Is that okay with you? I'm going to drive up. I'm going to put some music on, and we're going to valet right at the Pequot Valet. We're going to get out of our cars. We're going to have our bags. We're going to go right to check-in, okay?
Let's do it.
All sound good so far? And I'm bringing
so
you
far
my
we've
routine.
parked.
Yeah, so far we're parked. We're in. We didn't have to go to the garage.
Nope.
We walked in right with our bags on our shoulders, 2 nights worth of stuff here.
Right.
And we're going to check in. We go to the room. So here's my first thing, and let me know if you object. What I like to do when I get to the casino, and this is, kind of a tip for recreational gamblers in general or people that stay the night that maybe, if someone like you is just going up with your girlfriend or your wife for the first time, you go up there, enjoy the room a little bit.
Sure.
So I'm thinking we have some
cocktails.
Pre-game cocktails in the room, unpack our stuff. You
have
could,
a good time.
part your hair, you can do whatever you want, brush the teeth. We'll have a couple cocktails in the room.
Okay. Yeah,
all right.
That sounds fine.
We're going to head to the floor. Now, we got to talk about what we want to play here.
Sure.
We're not going to play all this off the rip, but what games are you familiar with? Are there any games that you do want to play?
Craps.
Okay. I love that. All right.
I want to play
hang
craps.
on, let me have a sip of my beer here. We're actually a lovely IPA here. So now with craps, what is your it's not really a skill level, but what's
0.
Okay, all right. Oh boy. Hold on.
Never play craps.
You've
never play craps. Never play craps.
Okay. So what we'll do, we're going to play some craps. And maybe, what we might do? You saw my craps felt. You just moved it out of the way there.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe we'll do a couple little lessons. Maybe on the way up, we'll talk about, the nice, easy way to play craps, because the way it is now with the plexiglass, you got to be in your own cubicle.
Shit.
So normally I would, we'd play together, but we could still do that. We could do a tag team craps where we both buy in. Let's say we each put in $50, buy in for $100.
Okay. And
And then if we double up, we get out of there. If we lose it, we go. And then we're both down $50.
Yep.
All right, so I like this. All right, so we got. I'm putting this on the itinerary.
Put it on there.
Clackety clack. Hang on.
Right.
Here we go. Tag team craps play.
Perfect.
All right, so that's how we'll start, and that'll get you the flow of the game.
Yeah.
The different payouts. You'll see what's going on here. What's this bet? What's that? And it'll keep me a little conservative, so I won't do anything too crazy because I want to make all the bets so I can explain to you what's going on.
Exactly.
All right, so I like this. So we're going to have at least one tag team craps lesson, and then if it goes well, or you feel like, I could do this on my own, we always have the rest of the trip for you to buy in, and you could, get your feet wet.
Exactly.
And not have to worry about, all the paying this, dropping that. What do you owe me? Where do I put this?
Sure.
All right, you sound really excited. All right. All right. So other than craps, you
Sure.
want a craps lesson. You want to play some craps, which is music to my ears. Are there any other games that you're familiar with? You want to play, or any games that you're like?
I love
don't wanna
roulette.
play that.
Roulette's a good time.
Oh, little roulette. Okay.
Little roulette. Roulette's
and
fun.
Roulette's another one where, with two guys trying to conserve a bankroll, we could conceivably buy in on the same bankroll, take up one spot at the table. I love playing next to the wheel, so it'd be perfect. You could watch the wheel. We'll be right next to the wheel. Good view. And we could play some tag team roulette, do the same thing, where maybe we buy in $50 a piece. We go up, we double up, we get out of there. We go down, we get out of there.
That sounds great.
All right, so you're a real entertaining guest here, Matt.
What do you want me to do?
All right,
I really want to play roulette.
All right, so
how's that?
Oh, we
Is
got
that
some
better?
craps. We got some roulette.
Craps,
all right, we're doing
roulette.
that. Now I have a couple other games. I might drag you to the Pai Gow poker table with me if that's okay.
Sure.
Do you have any idea what Pai Gow poker is?
I think you've explained it to me once at a party.
Yeah, so you have no idea.
Yeah, I have no clue.
All right, but you know how poker works.
I know how poker
All right,
works.
so we'll worry about that when we get there.
That's
Maybe we'll
fine.
play that. We'll see what the limits are.
I have a terrible poker face.
All right.
It's not good.
Well, you don't need it at Pai Gow, that's for sure.
Perfect.
Because you're just playing against a dealer, and they'll actually help you set your hands.
Gotcha.
So it's
All
a
right.
very, very loose, laid-back game.
Okay.
And ideally, at the Pequot Tower, we'll have the elevator. It might take us right to the back of the High Limit Lounge. We go right to the table, get some Fiji waters, cappuccino.
Fiji
hang out. I love the Fiji. So we're talking Thursday night, Matt. We get up there. We're going to go to the room. We're going to have some cocktails. That's a recommendation for everybody, because the worst thing to do is to go to the floor and be anxiously awaiting a cocktail waitress that may or may not arrive. And the second worst thing is to not want to wait for the cocktail waitress, then go buying an overpriced beer somewhere and be like, I just spent $40 sitting at the bar to have two cocktails.
Exactly.
So we're going to go have our drinks. We're going to go down. And we don't even have to play. We'll go on what I like to
We'll
call...
mingle. We'll walk around.
It's the casino stroll. You're going to hear this term a lot on the trip, Matt. It's called the casino stroll. We do that.
Is it a strut?
It's more of a stroll.
A stroll.
A stroll,
Okay.
because it's sometimes you're licking your wounds when you're strolling. Sometimes you're feeling good when you're strolling. It all depends on what the situation is. But the casino stroll is a great way out. So, let's say we go down there, craps table's $10 a head, but it's packed. We don't want to play. We keep on strolling. We'll go take a stroll. We'll go see the roulette. Maybe we'll play some roulette. Roulette's open, but it's the far end of the table.
So we take a lap, is what you're saying. We take a lap.
I like a lap is seems more work than stroll. To me, stroll seems leisurely.
That's a leisurely stroll. Okay.
And what should we wear is the question. Should we go? Am I going casual here? I'll wear my cousin Vito hoodie, maybe some shorts. Are we going to get dolled up? Should I bring like a jacket or something? Or should we do a button down?
Black tie optional.
Black tie. What about like just a blue tie?
Blue tie's good.
Well, are you going to tie it up?
No.
Okay, sorry. So I don't have to go to the cleaners then.
There you're good.
Or no white tuxedo for
No
you.
white tuxedo.
All right, perfect. So we go on our stroll. And what are your feelings on slot machines? Because there's a lot of them. So if you're anti-slot, that is one thing. If you're okay with slot, that's another thing.
I'm okay with slot. I like slots.
All right, so
I don't mind 'em.
and the slot is a nice. We could do tag team slot play. Each put in $20. Each put in $40.
Sounds good.
Play a little. Go for a stroll.
Another stroll.
We're strolling. You're
That's
going to burn a lot of
strolling.
calories.
That's
you
perfect.
love running the 5Ks.
Hey.
You're going to walk a 5K. With
Okay.
me. I promise you. Now, obviously, dining is a very important,
Very important
part
Now we're
of the
talking.
casino enthusiast.
Did you see my
trip.
eyes perk up a little bit there?
Finally, here, if he's interested. I've been talking to myself here. Now, there's a lot of different caveats here because Foxwoods is reopening. So everything isn't open to full capacity. So I did some research, Matt. I didn't just sit here and invite you on the trip. I didn't just book the rooms for us. I didn't just come up with all this itinerary for fun. I also had to check in and see which restaurants are open. What are the deals? What's going on?
All right.
So Thursday night. Now, I know you want a nice bougie dinner. You want at least one bougie meal, right?
We gotta get one bougie meal.
One bougie meal. So we'll
I
make
feel like
that a
the
rule.
first night, bougie meal.
First night could be bougie, but second night we might have company. Cousin Mikey might be coming up.
Oh,
Friday.
cousin Mikey's might be coming.
I have a second comp room in the wings, and Mikey might be in the room. He has an extra bed there, so I was trying to get Big Lou up there. I'm trying to get, we'll see. Nobody else is coming up, but Mikey will be up there. He has work the next day, so he's going to bed at like 11. So
that's true.
He's just coming in for a dinner. He is, for some reason, he has work on the one Saturday.
I was gonna say he's working Saturday.
Inventory at his job.
Inventory.
So he did say,
sounds like an excuse I would make to you to not go to the casino.
Yeah, well, he's coming anyway. Though. So he did ask if we could maybe have a nice dinner on Friday night.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
We could.
I
do
feel
both.
like, you know what? That's right, because if we do a nice bougie dinner on Thursday night, it's going to take a while. It's going to take some time. We're going to be getting there. We're going to be amped up. We're going to be ready to roll, get some cocktails going.
I like this.
Strolling like crazy.
Strolling, yes.
Strolling
You're
like,
getting the picture now.
I'm seeing it unfold in
Now
front
you're
of my
making me
eyes,
want to
yeah.
strut the way you're talking about it. And it also
We can
works
do
out
both.
good because the bougie meal It does do it.
Right.
If you go to Dave Burke and go bouge it up,
Now-
you're dropping maybe a Cino on the dinner if you're going all your courses.
I remember you talking sushi at some point.
Sushi, yes. All right, so we'll get into the options here. So Thursday night, there aren't as many specials as there used to be.
Okay.
And there's a caveat to this special because there is an all-you-can-eat sushi from the Red Lantern, $29 a person. And I've done it before. I've actually gone many different times, and I love their sushi, like their spicy sauce, nice spicy tuna. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like,
Sounds delicious.
But the caveat here is, Matt, Red Lantern is not open Thursdays.
Oh.
So the sushi is served at the High Rollers Lounge, which is also the bowling alley area.
Oh.
So there is a sort of psychological thing about saying, I'm taking Matt to all-you-can-eat sushi at a bowling alley for his casino trip. So we might have to we might have to scope it out.
All right, we'll stroll.
We might
take a stroll.
Go scope, see how we like the bar atmosphere there.
Stroll.
But one thing, I'm treating you, Matt. You're like my guest.
You're treating me?
Well, not to this, but I'm treating you in general. We got the room, but I've secured lounge access for this tier period. So 2 times a day with one guest, so that counts as you this time.
Okay.
We can go to the Foxwoods. It's the Hampton Lounge right now. It's located in the ballroom, right off the Pequot floor, right off our elevator.
Okay.
So that has food and beverage for free. Any cocktails you want, any food you want. So for our trip, and this is a tip for people who do the hustling. You get the Caesar's Diamond cards. You want to go to the lounge. Sometimes you got to put play in, but we're all set. So what I'm going to say is we go up, go to our room, have our cocktails, come down, have a stroll. Maybe we play some craps. Maybe we play some roulette. Maybe we play some slots. Yeah. Have a good time. We either go up or we lose a little. Then I say if we're feeling like we want to, we're feeling a little hungry, we want a cocktail, maybe we head to the lounge first, free of charge.
I get that.
Have a snack, have another cocktail there, and then we're saying if we go to the lounge and the food is like, I don't want some, baked chicken or whatever. Who knows what the food's? I don't know the food situation.
Boiled chicken.
I did talk to the host and get the lounge hour. So Thursday we're good till 11 p.m. We're open till.
Okay.
And Friday 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. So we could go for breakfast if we want on Friday.
Nice.
So Thursday night, room. Stroll, some play, head to the lounge. That's probably going to take us till if we get there at 6 o'clock, we'll probably be like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock by the time we're out of the lounge.
We're pretty hungry.
If we didn't eat the lunch.
Oh, if we didn't eat the lunch.
But we might be hungry, yeah.
Okay.
There's many food options. We have Dave Burke open. So Dave Burke's always good. You get a sandwich there, you get an appetizer.
You know what I'm going to ask you.
What's that?
Is Dave Burke the Caesar salad place that you've been talking about?
Dave Burke is the tableside Caesar, but unfortunately, due to COVID, Matt, the tableside Caesar.
You've been talking about this tableside Caesar for 3 years at least.
Sick over that there's no tableside. I went with Amanda. We were going to get the tableside. We did the prefix. They do have a nice prefix menu.
Sending me photos of it. Like, look at this thing. This look great. You should come. Here I am.
Here. No tableside.
No salad.
It's going.
Zero.
Believe me, I'm probably just as depressed as you are.
Yeah, I'm a little upset, but that's okay. We'll get through it.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be
pull
back
through.
and get the mask mandate. Who knows? Things are changing. So
I mean, by then, what is it? The 19th?
20th and 21st, I believe.
No. That's when our trip is. But the mandate or
I don't know. I'm not. I'm figuring that it's going to be
something
slow going. I'm not having any hopes of Foxwoods getting rid of the mask mandate this week because I feel like Connecticut we're going to move it slow. Even though in Vegas they were scraping up the floor signs like 2 weeks ago, they're already like no masks anywhere almost. And a lot of casinos are like, forget it, they lifted it, it's over.
Okay.
So I'm not counting on that. If that's the case, though, that'd be great.
We'll go. We'll find out.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
So we're going to wine and dine night one. You like the craps.
Mm-hmm.
You like the roulette. You'll play some slots with me.
I'm good with that.
So night one's easy.
Sounds like a fun time.
Nice, easy night. And at this point, depending on the lounge situation and what the food is there, we could be just using gambling money night one, which is good.
That's
So
fantastic.
you're saying if you have $500 for a trip and we're going to do $250 a night, I mean, playing tag team, we might not even go through that. We could try it because my goal is hopefully we have, at least 300 of the bankroll left for the next day. 400 would be ideal. I would like to. I know this is a pipe dream. I'd like to win with us and stay even, but I would. It'd be great to not lick our wounds that night and go out the next day and be broke.
Correct.
So we have a good time. Next day, here's where we have the two roads diverge in the wood, man.
Here it comes.
Because I
already know what's going to happen. I see it coming. I think so. Go ahead. Keep going.
So there's many different games we could play at the casino here.
Sure.
Now, and I want you to be able to do things that maybe you haven't done before or you do want to do or want to try or maybe things you're skeptical of.
Okay.
So here is my if we lose on the first night. If we get creamed, pounded, we're like, oh my God, what do we do?
All right.
There is bingo the next day. 10:30 bingo. Now I know I sound like an old lady.
I remember. I knew you were saying say bingo.
Yeah, I was going to say bingo.
I knew you were going to say
Here's
bingo.
what I'm going to say. I know some people are like, "Oh my God, this guy, cousin Vito's an old maid now. He wants to go play bingo." But for you, you're not a casino enthusiast.
True.
You're a guy who's coming up, and the worst thing that could happen to a non-enthusiast is you get crushed,
Right.
and you get no entertainment. And you're like, I just lost $500 at the casino.
Yeah.
I spent $200 on a stupid dinner, and now I'm going home. What a waste of a weekend.
Exactly.
Well,
we don't want
you're getting home Saturday morning, so you got the whole weekend to think
perfect.
about it.
Yeah, that's
But so that's that. There is a bingo at 10:30. So
Okay.
we could do bingo. Also, Matt, how do you like those ponies? What about the race book? The race book is
Ooh.
open. I was just looking at the. the schedule at the race book. We could go down we could do a 10 to 11 a.m. There's some races going off.
All right.
We could go 3 to 4, get some races off.
okay.
So do you have any experience with sports betting? I know you go to
Yeah.
Saratoga. Do you bet on the ponies?
Yeah, we bet on the ponies.
Now,
That's a good time.
what do you do? Do you just go? You go up by the ponies? Would you spend the day there?
It starts off in the morning. You know, I think the gates open at like 6 a.m. and it's a free for all. You got to run to the tables.
Doing that.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
The
No.
race book at Fox was just like the library.
It's not. Yeah,
it's
not
like 10 old guys sleeping with newspapers. So
we don't stroll. You know, so you got to get there super early because you want to get the tables that are right up by where the horses walk by.
Yes.
And then, so when they walk by right before they're going to race, you can kind of look at the horse, see if you like the horse, see if you like the jockey. That's entertaining.
Has that been successful for you, peeping the
Oh,
horses?
absolutely not.
I was
Absolutely
gonna
not.
say,
Not one bit.
He looks like he's really strong. Look at those. Look at those hips.
I think at the most I won $60. Like that's it.
Yeah, normally, and that's how for me the horse
But it's
betting
fun.
goes. Is that we go in there? You could go in with $20-$30 if you want, even
Right.
less. Play a couple horses. We'll sit at the little TVs, hang out, you
Right.
know, with our masks on, maybe get some cocktails.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. We should decide what kind of cocktails.
What's our
we
drink
want.
of choice going to be?
What's going to be? I was actually at the store. I saw a bottle
That's
of Jameson. I was like, a
Oh,
nice
wow.
Jameson on because we do have the ice machine. So anything on the rocks is easy to do. We don't have to chill it.
Yeah.
We bring up our whatever.
I'm
and we
liking
can
a little
do
whiskey on the rocks.
little whiskey
you know?
on the rocks, and
Maybe
that's
some
good
old
too, because
fashions, you know?
You don't want anything that people could drink what they want in the room,
Right.
but I don't want anything that's going to fill me up too much with different liquids where I got to keep leaving the table to go to the bathroom.
Right.
That's part of the reason I've gravitated towards the.
We're taking beer out of the equation.
I'm thinking,
feel like
yeah, and especially
that's
then we're
not
lugging the
happening.
beer in
Yeah,
the bag, 2 days
you
of the
know,
beer. I mean, if
dinner,
we bring like
be
a
a
4-pack
full-
to
yeah.
put in the fridge or something.
That's one thing. Maybe a starter. Right off the bat, we have a cold beer in the room.
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe we
At
you have a
most.
little cooler.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So I like that. All right. So maybe
All right.
we'll pick up a thing of Jameson.
Yeah.
We'll do something like that. We could do some scotch. I got some scotch too if you want a scotch.
Some scotch. Okay.
Okay. I like this. So we're on a roll here. We got a thing on the. We got
Maybe
a
some G&Ts.
You could do some gin.
Some
Well,
gin
then
tonics,
then
man.
you got to bring the mixer with you. You know, that's a whole different. You
Okay.
if you want to bring the tonic, you can pack whatever you want in that
Got a
bag.
Costco
you could
membership,
bring a 30
man.
pack
We
if
can
you
get
really-
some like 3-liter bottles and stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I don't know if we
perfect.
need 3 liters of gin. I mean, if we do, maybe something went right or something went terribly wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a couple other things that I'd like to hit on here, Matt. So maybe bingo, maybe race book.
Shoot.
Now, there's also something that I love to do that we don't have to do, but I wouldn't mind if we did it.
Okay.
Head over to the keno window. Maybe do, a 4 or 5 spot ticket. Do some keno,
Yeah.
and then we could head to the lounge and we could watch the keno numbers on our smartphones. So we could, if we wanted to, the next day before breakfast, walk over to the keno. I think the keno is by the bingo now,
Right.
but Friday morning it might be by the Cedar Casino.
Look,
too.
I'm going to interrupt you right there. I'm going to shock you. I've never played Keno
Oh
before.
my
so
God, he's never
Guess
done-
what? Look, I'm telling you, man. At most, poker. That's it. I like no
Really?
knowledge, nothing.
So and you
going
played,
in
you
blind.
played roulette before.
I've played roulette. That's fun. That's a good
All right,
time.
Okay.
You know? But
How-
every
do you know
time,
how
every time I
many-
go to the
how
casino,
many numbers are on the roulette wheel?
a lot.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
100.
All right,
I don't
okay,
know.
this is
Something
fun.
like that. It's
Because
fun,
this is
right?
what we're doing.
This is what we're doing.
I want
I
you
am
to
a
leave the
non-enthusiast.
casino
Enthusiast.
An enthusiast.
Enthusiast. Yeah.
I want you to leave this trip saying, I'll go. I would like to go back. You know what I
Right.
mean? I want
Yeah.
you to leave and say, that was a good time. I had some laughs. So, things about the casino enthusiasm.
Sure.
Casino stroll. We got that
Enthusiast.
down. We're going to stroll. We're
strolling.
gonna see. We're gonna go look at the fountain. We're gonna go check out
There's a fountain?
There's a fountain.
Wow.
We're gonna check out all the deepest, darkest corners of the Foxwoods Casino.
Okay.
Some of them, it's a little bit, honestly, Matt. The casino is getting back to where it was, but it's a little bit dreary because there's a lot of stuff closed still.
Is
So.
that noodle place still open?
The noodle place, I believe it's open on the weekends. I have to check because I made a big trek for the noodles.
That was a stroll.
we were at the Fox Tower.
That was a good 45 minutes.
And you enjoyed the noodle place.
It was fantastic. Yeah,
so
it's delicious.
Late night noodles, and I actually another gift to you, man. I have 70 rewards dollars on my card right now. So I got $70. So we go to a late night noodle meal on the house on Cousin Vito.
What a guy!
I want you to have a good time. That's how we do it.
That's what I
bribery.
like. Bribery.
Now,
you know what I haven't heard yet?
What's that?
When you bribed me initially to get on this podcast and to do this episode, it's golf. I haven't heard anything about golf yet.
My clubs are in the mail now. So yeah, long story short, I bribed Matt saying, "Oh, we got to do this Foxwoods golf course. I got a discount." So Matt was like, "All right, book it." So he booked it, and then when I put everything together, I'm like, "Hey, this golf takes so much time out of the day. We'll be waking up early. We'll be in the sun. We'll get back. We'll have to shower. We'll be tired." So I figured next time we'll do the golf.
Okay.
That's
You've
fair.
heard it on this podcast.
It's official.
I'll never go to the casino with him again.
I've never lied before, so it's officially official. Now, we were talking about the next day. We're definitely going to hit that lounge again, I'm going to say.
Okay.
We got to maximize that because free cocktails, free bread. We can go, even if we go and you have a little bagel or something.
Well, what's Mikey think?
Mikey's not coming until Friday night.
So, the nighttime.
So
okay.
Mikey's working Friday.
Gotcha.
He's got work Saturday. That's how much of a sicko Mikey is.
Wow.
He's coming up. He's going to probably get there for 6 o'clock, and he's setting his alarm for 5:30 and heading out of there. He's probably going to get a little eggs in his room.
That's impressive.
He's a casino enthusiast. That's what casino enthusiasts do, Matt. So we talked about the craps. We talked about the roulette. We talked about doing some tag team slot.
Yep.
We talked about maybe some bingo if we get beat up the first night because the bingo will take us 2 to 3 hours.
Bingo would be fun.
Bingo will be 3 hours. They don't let you. Used to be able to bring food in. Not that I bring food in because I kind of like it. The last time I was there, I had some lady. She had a hamburger. There was all these people. It was like, what is going on here? I'm in this lady's kitchen table with.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Is there some energy to the bingo, or is it the bingo that I'm thinking of where we're in a hall and there's a bunch of old people?
There is energy. At least when I go, the bingo moves so fast that you're kind of like, oh my God, you got to pay attention. Once it's going, you got to pay attention.
Okay.
And I was hoping I had some of those bingo, the little marker things, so we didn't have to buy them there, but that might be a couple bucks because I couldn't find bingo markers. But
okay.
So possible bingo. It's a $10 admission, but then they upcharge you on different side games you can play. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if we're down to go play bingo for $40 for 3 hours, it's a great value at the casino.
That's a good value.
And that's the fun thing about the keno is we go get the keno, then we get breakfast.
Right.
We're gambling, but you put $10-$20 in, maybe you win. You probably won't. Keno's terrible for I'm taking it down a bad road though because these are not the games that a gambling enthusiast would play that they want to keep their money.
Right.
We would be playing craps just past line on our odds bet.
Yep.
We'd maybe play some pie, some baccarat. We wouldn't be hitting the slots. Yeah, we can play some Bach. Can you play some? Want to play Bach?
I don't know what it is, but sure.
The Baccarat's fun. Very slow pace, though. I don't know if you enjoy the Bach.
I need some energy, man.
Yeah,
I can't be that's the last thing I need.
Yeah, no, you
sit
don't.
At a table and be.
You don't want
asleep.
the Bach because honestly, and this is.
I know I'm going to be with you, and
sick.
that's not going to happen. But
the best times I've had at the Baccarat table are when you're playing at a higher limit because it's really like a coin flip. Baccarat.
Okay. All right.
And when you're doing a coin flip, if it's for $5. And you're going, I win one, lose one, win one, lose one. It's not as exciting. But when you're doing the coin flip and you're like, I really want to win this one.
Okay.
Not to sound like a gambleaholic here, but
no,
the Baccarat probably, we'll see. We'll walk by.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Okay, so craps. That takes some time to learn, right?
It does.
If I'm going in fresh and
the
no
hardest
experience,
part's going to be the game
4 or 5
mechanics.
drinks by the time we get down there.
Touche. Yes,
okay.
yes.
So what I'm thinking is maybe Thursday night we take the games that I already know, like roulette. It's getting thin. Maybe
That's
some poker.
Roulette, yeah,
some
the
poker.
ball lands,
something like that.
Ball lands and maybe a
then
little
craps,
tag team slot play.
Exactly, and some tag team slot play. We'll go to the lounge. We'll have some dinner, whatever, some snacks, couple drinks, and then walk around. Stroll. Got to stroll again.
You're not walking. You're strolling. If you're walking, you're doing it all wrong.
Right. You're doing it all wrong. I know how to play bingo. We can play bingo in the morning. On Friday.
Hopefully, I don't have to teach you how to play bingo too. That'd be a real problem.
That's fine. And then maybe after bingo, that's when we hit the craps. There's not going to be a lot of people around there.
I'm going to interject here, Matt.
Okay.
We should do
it's your
craps.
Show. You can interject.
I'm going to interject.
Go for it.
Craps should be first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Empty
That's fair.
table.
Yep.
And what we'll do is we'll get some coffees. What we could do is
Ooh,
get
coffee.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do?
Little
I didn't even
Americano?
tell you. I bought a bottle of champagne for the room. So
Some mimosa. This is sounding a little romantic.
well, I know. It's actually, this is getting romantic here. So, I did bring a bottle of champagne for the room, and when I say it like that, and I figure I'll go down. What I used to do with my mother when we go, we'll get a nice Starbucks refresher drink or something, one of the fruity drinks.
Right.
Pour some champagne right in the drink.
Sounds
Make
good.
the mimosa like that. So we get our drinks, make our mimosas, and we have our mimosas, and then we go down, play some nice early morning low stakes craps. Maybe we'll get a $5 table, which would be ideal for someone learning. $10 probably going to happen, but $5, maybe we'll luck out.
Right. Okay. All right. That sounds better. I like that.
Early morning craps. So to see that
early
we're
morning
fleshing this
craps.
out, though. And,
Right.
and at very low pressure, your brain will be clear. You would have just brushed your teeth, had a cocktail. I mean, unfortunately.
We got to be careful, though. Tuesday or Thursday night, we're going to go in amped up.
Yes.
You know how we get.
No, I know. But here's the secret,
We're going to
Matt.
go amped up.
We have to leave the blinds open. We can't close the blackout blinds.
Okay.
That's the key. If you close the blackout blinds, you don't know what time it is.
All right.
We leave the blackout blinds open. Once the sun starts coming up, you kind of are forced to toss and turn and be like, what time is it? And
That's
then
fair.
once you're there in bed, and you're like, all right, it's 7:30 or something. You're going to be like,
Yep.
let me just get up. I'm
Okay.
here. What am I going
All
to
right.
do? Sleep some more. So I've the casino expert here. I've already thought about all this for us a little bit here. So, but that isn't all, Matt. That's not all I have for you. I want to get more into your cuisines because there's a couple of nice restaurants here. Your favorite cuisines? No, because we do have a nice Chinese place, Golden Dragon. There. I don't know if have you ever had a Hong Kong style wonton soup.
No.
You like wontons?
Yeah.
You would love it's like a hearty wonton soup. You got a little bok choy in there.
Ooh.
Very nice, and it's a very light but filling meal, if you can
Okay.
believe that.
And that's what day?
That could be any day. That's actually right at the bottom of our Pequot elevator.
Light filling meal. Okay.
A light filling meal, that could be, maybe mid-afternoon on Friday. If for some reason we get out of the lounge and you're like, I'm still a little hungry,
Yeah.
we could say, let's go get a Hong Kong-style wonton. And if you don't feel like getting too stuffed.
Right.
Like
That sounds good.
All right, perfect. And here's another thing I think we should do. Now,
Sure.
Foxwoods has a great outlet mall.
Oh, God.
It has no. I don't want to shop at all. What I like
You
doing.
sure this isn't romantic?
I wanted to take you to the Godiva chocolate store, and then we were going to go to a pocketbook store for you. No, what I would like to do though, which is fun, is because you when we were talking before, we stayed at the Fox Tower and we walked all the way to that noodle place.
Yeah.
That was like 100 miles away.
That was dedication.
Now, what we could do, and this is another casino stroll type thing, is
Sure.
take a walk. We take the outlets to the Fox Tower and then go play at the Fox Tower. So if we, either we're up and we're saying, let's hit the roller, go for a walk, or we're down and we say, you know what, let's go for a casino stroll. We'll walk through the outlets. There's like a sports memorabilia place we could go take a peek in.
Sure. All
a
right.
couple different things we could look at. And then we come out and we get to the other side of Foxwoods and get to the Fox Tower and we could play some slots there. Maybe they have some craps open and another little stroll.
All right, another stroll. A lot of
right.
walking. I'm gonna get my
Well,
steps
that's
in.
what I'm telling you. You want? We're
I'm
not going
watch
to
ready
run
to
a
roll,
5K. We're going to walk a 5K.
We're gonna walk a
though, I
5K,
promise
all right.
you. Now, that's. I don't want to say that's all I have planned, but because of all the variables,
Sure.
you really, a casino itinerary for a trip like ours isn't to the minute. It's more we're doing.
We're gonna play it by ear.
We're playing it by the moment.
We're
You know
getting
what I
we're
mean?
getting a base down.
Yes.
We're getting a base for the trip.
A loose idea of the things we
Right.
want to think about doing or try and do. Like, for instance, bingo, there is a time on the bingo. So if
Right.
you want to do the bingo, I think it starts at 10:30. You got to, get there, get your ticket or whatever. And it's COVID, so I don't know how it's going to sell out or what's going on. So
We've got a base, and then we've got a backup.
yeah. So if we go for bingo, we just got to know by like 9:30 a.m. Let's walk towards the
That's
bingo.
perfect. Yeah, we got
we're
plenty of
good.
time.
And if we miss it, we say, yeah, let's go to
That's
the
it.
race book.
Yeah,
And we'll bet on some ponies.
couple ponies.
Not bad. All right. So we're doing now. What are your hopes and dreams, though, Matt, for the trip?
Hopes
now,
and dreams.
It sounds, it's kind of corny, but you're going on this trip. You're not a big casino lover. We got a 2-night stay.
Right.
We're going to eat some good stuff. But
Right.
for you to go home, when you walk in the door, drop your bags on Saturday afternoon, we get home, and you say, honey, I had a great time. And she says,
Right.
oh, sweetie, what happened? And I'm sure that was a great impression.
That was pretty spot on.
What can you imagine yourself saying that makes it so this trip was perfect for you?
Oh man, I bet I'd won like $20,000 off of bingo.
Oh my God, yeah. Here's an old casino joke, Matt. Somebody asked you how to win $1 million at the casino. You know what you tell them?
No.
You got to bet $1 million at the casino.
There
Unless you
it
want to
is.
bring $20 million,
Can't win if you don't play.
Yeah, if you don't want to bring $20,000 for the bankroll, I might not be able to help you there. But hey, you never know. That's the beauty of the slots.
That's right.
One spin to win.
Look, this is gonna be a great time. I'm excited, and if I come home with no money in my pocket, I don't care.
Well,
It's gonna be a
I'll
good
make
time.
that.
I know you
happen
can
for
make that. You're very persuasive when it comes to that sort of stuff. So
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
So, but ideally,
You put me on the spot.
I'm
You put me on the spot.
We're only a half hour in, Matt. I didn't mean to, throw it on you. What your hopes and dreams for the trip are here.
Huh, wow. Okay.
Now, is there anything that I said that you're a little
leery?
bit apprehensive about? Yes.
No.
So you're okay.
Nothing. I'm good.
So this is easy.
This is gonna be the quickest podcast episode you've ever done.
Well, it's getting. Well, no.
Where are we at right now?
We're at about 30-something minutes.
30 minutes? Wow.
We should wrap up. We kind of ran through our trip, and really, I mean, the moral of this is, while I had a bunch of things planned here, I really didn't know exactly where this was going until we talked here.
No.
Because I didn't know if you wanted to play craps, didn't want to play craps. You like blackjack, you don't like blackjack.
Every time I go by the craps tables, like I've been to Vegas a few times and I'm walking through, everybody's having a good time. They're yelling, they're screaming. It looks like fun. But I just never I was always too hungover to go down to learn how to play
and then the learning curve,
craps.
there is an intimidation
Exactly.
factor at a craps.
There's a learning curve. You're playing on a team from what I understand, right? A little bit.
You could be standing next to
you're
a guy
playing
that's
against
not
a
on your
dealer,
team.
maybe. I don't know.
Nah, well,
see, this is clearly non-enthusiast.
Yeah, it's not.
Non-enthusiast
It's
here.
not. This isn't the time for the craps lesson right now.
Okay, yeah, we won't get too much into it, but
you're going to learn to play. You're going to play and have you ever you never shot the dice?
never.
You've never. Okay, so now
we're talking.
we should open
Now
up like
we're
this. We
talking.
should re-record this. whole
Maybe
thing,
we should
Oh,
we should
my
rethink this. Put craps at nighttime.
You're
what
going
I'm
to
saying?
shoot.
Oh,
So
my
that's all right.
goodness.
So that's one of the things on our bucket list. Matt, you're going to shoot.
We're
the
playing
dice at
craps.
You're
We're
gonna
shooting
shoot the
dice.
at craps.
We're shooting it.
You played roulette before, obviously.
Yes.
Now, slot machines.
Yep.
Do you have any slots you like to play? You don't like to play? Do you play slots at all?
I really like the deal or no deal one.
The deal or no, that might be.
I don't know
off
if
the
that's
floor,
still
though.
there
Might not be.
anymore.
All right, so
that's how long it's been. Since
you're
I've
easy
played.
to please. Then we'll play some wheel. We'll play some nice slots. Together.
I love wheel. We'll play wheel.
All right, Matt. And I mean, I've run through all we have a couple of other dining options, but nothing we really need to talk about in the show. I think we kind of sat here, talked, and put our itinerary together.
I just think I'm really excited that this is happening. We've been talking about this for years.
Years. I've been talking about it for years.
I've been
You've
leading
been
on.
rejecting me for years.
I would say rejecting. It's just, we're busy. You're busy. You're a busy guy. I'm a busy
I've
guy.
only been to the casino 10,000 times in the past 3 years.
That's why you ask every weekend.
No, I know you never want to go. I finally tricked you with the golf.
You tricked me.
The clubs
No
are
golf.
no.
Zero golf.
They have top golf there if you want to do some top golf.
That's a virtual top golf, though, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
that
I looked into it. I actually did look into it for us. It was expensive, and I was like, I'm good with top golf. We're good with that.
Real top golf is good.
All right, so quick overview. Thursday night, check in, valet, head to the room, cocktail in the room, casino stroll.
Ooh, strolling.
Maybe play craps at the tables open, maybe play some roulette.
Gotcha.
Hit the lounge, get some free food, some free drinks. If we're still hungry, we grab a little snack. Maybe we go to Burke. If we're real hungry, maybe we go down to sushi. Hey, if we're tiny bit hungry, maybe we go and get a Hong Kong style wonton soup.
Yep.
We play
Noodles
the night,
at the end?
see how it goes.
Don't forget those noodles.
Maybe we get the noodles.
Those noodles.
Leave the blackout blinds open so we can wake up nice and early. We head down. We make some mimosas. We go play a little bit. If we get beat up, want to play some bingo, come in a few hours, we go play bingo. If not, we head to the race book. Too bad you can't. I don't smoke. I don't think you smoke, but I wouldn't mind having a cigar somewhere. But
We can fit that in.
Yeah,
that's a Thursday night thing.
maybe. Well, we'll see. We're in a non-smoking room, so I don't even know where you go. I don't
shit.
know where you would go and have a cigar anymore in the casino.
Is there any Cousin Vito masks that we get to wear?
I
Do we
don't
have
have
any
any. I should have
specially
made
made?
the mask.
Oh,
I
my
regret not making the
God.
mask. I do have a mask from one of the slot pool guys that says I'd rather be gambling on it. That's what I'm going to wear. So.
That makes sense.
I got some downstairs. We could bedazzle them or something if
the
you
girls
want.
are downstairs. We can get them working on that.
All right, Matt. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show. And the best part about it is next week you're going to get to hear the highs and lows of this trip. So right now the sky's the limit. We could both come back millionaires for all we know.
Yeah.
But worst case, hopefully we come back as two guys who had the good time. And really, if you could give me a percentage on now, there's a chance you leave the casino and you say, this isn't for me. This might be, I'm probably never doing this again.
There's a high chance.
So what would you percentage chance would you say these 2 days you're going to say, I'm good with the casino for another 5 years?
I'd say about 60.
60%. Okay,
60%.
all right, 60% chance. So we have a 60% chance you're going to walk away saying, I don't want to do this again. So that's what I don't want to happen.
And look, I don't want this episode to come off as like I'm a stick in the mud. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
but it's not though. But a lot of people,
That's-
the casino is an acquired taste.
Right, it's an acquired taste. You got to know how to play.
If you go in and just lose your money and you don't have cocktails and you don't have some meals and you don't stroll and have a good
I'm
time.
running around blind half the time. I don't know what's good.
Yeah, and you just feel like every time you take money out of your pocket, it gets it disappears.
I feel like everybody's laughing at me. They're like, "Look at this guy."
Well, we'll be laughing at. We'll
You're
going to
be laughing at. Yeah, it'll be a good time.
I'll be laughing with you, not at you.
True. Yeah.
So bring some walking shoes because I'm definitely going to have you walk 5K because Foxwoods is big.
I'm gonna be that guy with like the sneakers and like jeans.
You're at the casino. There's going to be people in sweatpants and slippers walking around.
That's true.
So I don't. You're going to be dressed up in sneakers and jeans. As long as you're not in a wheelchair with an oxygen tank with your barefoot, I think you're going to look like a normal old guy there.
Perfect.
All right. Well, yeah, we're really reaching the bottom of the barrel on the podcast episodes here, I guess. All right, Matt. Well, we're going to check in next week. We have our trip put together, and hopefully those listening to it, hopefully you enjoyed this. This is how,
Good time.
This is kind of how I con people into going to the casino with me. I've done this a lot. Actually, I went. I brought Kamar up with me that time. I tried to show him a good time. I've had a bunch of different people.
Did he have a good time? What was his percentage?
He had a great time.
Did he say 100%?
Well, we didn't stay the night. We did an early morning run.
Okay.
So we played some craps. I actually forgot we did. It was like Valentine's Day. We stopped and he had to go get chocolate covered strawberries for his girlfriend after the casino. Yeah, I remember that. I was in the car for like an hour waiting for that.
Yes.
We had a good time though, and I've conned a lot of my friends into going. One of the teachers at my work, I conned him to come with me. He had a good time. So
You going with James?
I have not gone with James. No.
Really?
I
feel like
don't
that
believe so.
would be the guy to go to. He
'cause-
lives like 10 minutes from there.
Well, that's the problem. Is he lives 10 minutes from there, so I'm like he's
he's
going
not
on,
getting-
like,
he's
the
not-
weeknights.
He's not getting a hotel.
No, and I go. We're splitting a room. I got us a king bed.
Oh, that's
Two queen. I got us two queen. I was waiting for
I knew this was going to be a romantic trip.
I got a two. The only caveat is I booked the two free rooms separately, so it's two separate reservations. So I got to finagle them to put them together, or I got to recheck and check out that next morning.
That sounds pretty easy.
It is very easy, but one time I did it, I forgot I had to leave the pie gout table and run. They checked me.
Run? You ran?
I ran, and it was from. Remember where the noodle place was?
Right.
I was checked in at the Fox Tower. It was so far because they were like, "You want us to leave your chips here?" I was like, "I'm gonna be back in like an hour by the time I check in and get in line." So,
but you remember the catch for this, right?
What is the? No, I don't
remember the catch. You don't remember the catch at all?
No catch. I remember.
Like, look, if I'm doing this, and you're going to show me a good time. I know that.
I'll show you a good time.
We were talking a 5K. We were talking a 5K, right?
Teasing, though. That was a teasing thing. The 5K.
I've got it in the text, man. That's in there.
That was more of a tease.
Don't cut us off here. I see you reaching for the button.
And talk to you next week. No, wait, but how are you going to make a 5K fun for a guy like me? How does that not become some sort of life or death situation for me?
It's not easy, but you'll feel better after it. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure?
Probably not. You're going to feel
when
terrible.
They stretcher me off.
You're going to
feel hose me down outside the cabin we're staying in for the thing.
But still, I'll get you out there.
Oh my god!
Maybe in 3 years.
Maybe. Well,
that's how long this took.
Well, we're gonna train. We're gonna train. We'll do a 5K walk.
Are you kidding me? You probably walk more in the casino than you would in a regular 5K. So
there you go. Well, you got your little smartwatch on. You set the little timer for us and see how far we walk on the trip. That'll be interesting to know.
That'll be very interesting.
We're going to try to do 5K. All right, Matt. Thank you very much. Our wives are downstairs with probably a cold dinner.
They're starving,
now.
yeah.
My beer is warmed up, just like Make Luck Happen Studios is warmed up for us.
It's a sauna up here.
We're on the border of heating and cooling season, so we didn't turn the cooling on just yet. We could do it right now. It only takes 2 seconds.
No, we're good. We're going back downstairs.
All right, okay.
We're okay.
Well, Matt, thank you for having you on the show. Hopefully those who listen to this weren't like, this was a total waste of my time. No, I don't know. It seemed all right. I don't know. Hopefully it was entertaining.
Thought it was good.
I thought it was going to be more entertaining when I first started it, but then by the middle, I was like, I don't know if Matt's having fun in it. Make Luck Happen Studios.
I'm having a great time.
All right. Well, hopefully that continues to the casino. And Matt, thank you. And we got to do this again next week after the trip, and we're going to see. Hopefully you're just as happy, and maybe your wallet will be just as heavy as it is now, if not a little heavier.
That's the hope.
All right. Worst case, it's empty.
That's right.
All right. All right, Robin. Well, that was my buddy Matt, and I got to say, I feel like he's getting excited for this trip. When I first talked him into it, he was kind of like not that thrilled, but now he was texting me. He's got the Maker's Mart. He's got his whiskey he's going to be bringing, so I think I got him at least excited for the trip. Hopefully he can live up to my hype.
Oh, I think he's going to have a great time. And and by the way, the concert was Rod Stewart at the Mohegan Sun Arena.
Yeah,
So
I feel sad for both of us that we couldn't remember Rod Stewart sung Maggie.
oh man, I tell you.
But that's what it is. The masks are coming off, so I think the mask was holding my brains in a little bit, maybe for this pandemic.
Could be, but anyways, but he's going to have a great time.
And Will, what's it called? And we're going to check in with you. And Robin, before we get out of here, have you had any little casino trips lately? Any sort of interesting news from around here?
Well, I just I made a little trip to Twin River Casino. I've been getting some good comp slot play from them, and so I've been making maybe 2 trips a month, short trips. And this wasn't so hot, but I did leave with $100. So. Not bad.
Not bad. And so you've been enjoying going there.
Yeah. Yep. It's like either you love it or you hate it. The Twin River is not that kind of place that people will go and just, I like it. It's okay. Some people just swear by it and others just swear at it, I guess.
I think that goes for a lot of places, a lot of casinos. And it depends how my trip goes. Sometimes I'll be swearing with it or swearing at it myself. Who knows? Hopefully this Friday, though, I'm swearing with it with my buddy Matt.
Yeah, and we don't want to get Matt to be swearing against it either. We want
no. Hopefully, I could show him a good time. Let's see. The stakes are high here, Rob, and I got a little nerves. Hopefully I got to live up to the hype. This is like my specialty. If I can't pull this off, I might have to throw in the towel here.
Yep, pressure's on, man.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't know what it is, Robin. I don't know if it's these masks coming off. I don't know if it's the fact I had somebody finally inside Make Luck Happen Studios. I don't know if it's the fact that Rod Stewart is officially coming to Mohegan Sun. Only took us a little while to figure that out. I don't know if it's the beautiful weather, the plexiglass coming down. But I got a funny feeling, Robin, that between me, you, all our pals out there in the podcast land, you can bet on that. Vegas Confessions, The Better Life, all my friends on Twitter, at Vito's Casino. Robin, and where are you at Twitter? At Anytime Gambling?
Anytime Gambling. Yep.
At Anytime Gambling. I got a funny feeling that together we're going to make luck happen.